Hi, my beautiful souls. Welcome back to Twin Flames Defined. Today, I wanted to talk about how this life purpose of being a twin flame, how your union and how your path to union is very spiritual and divinely guided. And that's probably one of the most prominent ways that most people can really determine if they're on a twin flame journey or not. So first off, my name is Jessie Jobson. I'm Awakened Twin Feminine. I have been on my twin flame journey for 2.5 years now, and I am here on this journey. I feel like I've done this so many times and in so many lifetimes, and I'm here to help other twin flames as well as learn and expand on my twin flame journey as well. So back to this whole twin flame journey and twin flame, union, everything being a spiritual awakening. So you'll hear a lot of mentors, or I call them the twin flame elders, like myself, ones that have done it so many times that we just right as we're awakened, we really kick into gear. We know things that we don't even know, right? And then we just start teaching, and we start sharing our wisdom and knowledge with the rest of all the other twin flames that are going through the same thing with us. And so the twin flame elders, you'll notice a lot of them are speaking in terms of that this journey is not about the romance, right? That you'll hear that all over the board. And I really feel like we do the journey an injustice by trying to put it in those terms, and it really rubs twin flames the wrong way, especially ones that are early on in their journey, right? Because they're right when they say it's not all about the romance, but I think that it's wrong to say that this is not about the romance, right? Because the part of it, the aspect of it is about the romance, right? That doesn't mean to say that's the only aspect. And I think that's where the people that are leading everybody are kind of getting it wrong, right? Is we're trying to put those, those labels and terms and box everybody in, when first off, I think every soul comes down with a unique way to go about this twin flame journey. So not one twin flame journey is going to be exactly like another. They're all have, a lot of similar moving parts in them, right? But I think for that one statement of saying that it's not a romantic, it's not about the romance or the romantic journey, it's not about the romantic partner. It is and it isn't. And I think more importantly, what they're trying to get at, right, is that this is a spiritual awakening. This is a spiritual journey. You have a spiritual life purpose, right? And if we more focused on the fact that, yeah, it is there is a large aspect of this journey that is romantic, and it is, but there's even a bigger, more important part of the journey, and the journey is spiritual. So that's how really a lot of people are going to know too. Am I a twin flame or not? Is this something I can turn on and turn off, like I can with a soul karmic, right? If you can turn it off, right, all of this stuff that's swirling inside of you, then it's probably not spiritually based, right? The reason why it has to come so intently and the feelings have to feel so vibrant and dramatic is because it is a spiritually based relationship, right? And so with it being that, right, we have to understand that since it's a spiritual experience, you are divinely guided in so many ways, both twins, not just the feminine, because we oftentimes hyper focus on the feminine, and we always talk to the feminine in our videos because those are the ones that are normally going and seeking out videos to watch, right? So we're talking to the feminines so much, right? But to both parties, right? The masculines are going through it. They're going through it and they're healing in their own ways, right? And I remember seeing a video where one of the twin flame, people were talking about, they were in union, and they were like, the masculine doesn't need to go through healing stages like the feminine. That's very incorrect. They both go through healing stages. They just go through it differently. And like we've talked about before, the feminine, hers explodes, right? Her life explodes, so you can see everything. You can see her healing. Everybody can look in and see that the chaos that is going on when she has her dark night of the soul. Yet on the masculine, they usually keep it really internal. So a lot of the stuff is happening inside them, and not much is being like shown in the outside world for everybody to view and watch and mock, right? So with that being said, it's like, I want everybody that's on this journey that has really defined themselves on a twin flame journey to know that if you're having any types of struggles, doubts, fear, right? Know that you're divinely guided, okay? That since this is a spiritual journey, right? And this is, your goal is for the spiritual union, right? That it actually is guided and protected by the divine, right? So and I've had those moments too, right? Even though I have all this knowledge of things that I know that I don't know, right? Even though I have all that, despite all that, the feelings are still very real, right? Like when everything comes crashing down in your world, feminines, right? Or even masculines, because it does crash down in their world too. We just don't see it so theatrical and dramatic as we do in the feminines, right? But when it comes like crashing down on your world, right? And you're going through the thick of the separation, you're going through the thick of your life just completely bleeding out so that it can be rebuilt in a healthy way, right? Getting rid of all the toxic energies, getting rid of all the people that don't serve you in your life, right? When you're having to like release and constantly let go and shed, that is overwhelming, especially, right? If you haven't done twin flame journey lifetime before, right? That it can feel very overwhelming. And so when you're in those moments, right? When you're in those like feeling like it's so intense, right? And you feel alone because you're going to be in hermit mode during your separation at some point or another, really, really lean on your connection to the divine, right? Your connection to the divine and your connection to whatever that you believe the divine is for you, right? Everybody's going to have their different beliefs on that, but it's all the same, and you just have to really tap into that it is, you're being guided and that you're being protected. And that's kind of the main part of the message. It went off into all these different like areas of what's important for you guys to know, but it's really important for you guys to understand that you are divinely protected, and people are going to try. There's going to be lots of, outside sources that are going to try to keep you apart, okay? There's going to be a lot of outside sources that are going to try to especially attack the feminine and keep the feminine down and keep the masculine believing things about the feminine that are not true, right? To keep them separated, right? That's going to occur. But the energy that I want to give you guys is don't give that energy airtime, right? And know that all you have to do is put your mind and your focus to that the divine is going to get you through it, right? The divine isn't going to allow that to separate you guys for eternity, right? Like they're not going to allow this lifetime just to not exist for your purpose, right? Like that you're going to achieve, you're going to overcome, and that you're doing it in the moment. Even in the separation, you're doing it, right? You're doing the work. And so allow that safety net and that comfort of the divine to really wrap around you during those hard moments, because you are divinely guided and you are divinely protected. And I just hope that this message reaches whoever was struggling and needs to hear it. All right. I hope you have a wonderful day, and don't forget, take care and love yourself. Bye.